Hey, Pastor Philip here. I want to say hello to our Kindred Community Church family and to our KTT listeners. As you can see from the background, we've just wrapped up our VBS here at Kindred Community Church, a week-long event where we had some 500 children each and every day. And we were teaching them about the fact that they are made in the image of God, both male and female, boy and girl. And we had a tremendous week, 170 volunteers, upwards of 500 children every single day. I'm hearing about gospel impact and kids that have committed their life to Jesus Christ. This is Friday, and I find it ironic that today, as we wrap this up, we've heard this wonderful news from the Supreme Court here in the United States that they have struck down Roe v. Wade, the abortion law, and kicked it back to the states. And that's an historic decision for which we give thanks to God. I encourage you to just pause today and offer a prayer of thanks. We've been praying for the eradication and the limitation of abortion in our nation. We've prayed for protection of life inside the womb. And today, at least, is a measurable advance in all of that. And so pause and give thanks to God for that. I want to just salute all in the pro-life movement who have prayed and acted and voted and protested and stood outside abortion clinics in the name of the innocent. Today is a day for you to rejoice. So let's pause and praise God. Let's continue to pray. Pray for our nation. Pray for the protection of our Supreme Court justices, and pray that indeed God would watch over them. Also, we can maybe pause and look back and give thanks to God's wonderful providence that under the administration of President Trump and Vice President Pence, they got the pick of 3 justices in one administration. That in itself is something I think we'd have to acknowledge as an act of God's sovereignty and a kind of providence. And we're thankful to both President Trump and Vice President Pence that they kept their word as they did on the campaign trail and indeed promoted 3 pro-life justices, which has brought this about. But I would say this as I kind of wrap this up. Number one, this is maybe it's not an end, but we're hoping it's the beginning of the end. The fight continues. The left will continue to peddle the lie that this is the abolition of abortion, the illegal, making abortion illegal. It is not. It's kicking this issue down to the states and allowing the people of our republic to decide on this political and moral issue. And we're recognizing that this was an unjust determination by the Supreme Court many moons ago. 63 million children's lives were lost because of it. But abortion will continue to be the law in many states. Our church here in California will have an uphill battle on that front as we deal with liberal politicians and justices. But the fight continues, so continue to pray. Look for this cultural moment. Be ready to give a reason for the hope that lies within you. Be ready to defend this decision, both legally and morally. Do continue to support pregnancy centers. In fact, our kids just wrapped up a fundraiser for Living Well Pregnancy Center here in Orange County, and we raised close to $10,000. So proud of our children. So continue the fight. Continue to support pregnancy centers all across the nation. Pray for their protection as we've seen violence and illegal activity directed towards them. And then finally, let's double down. Let's continue to encourage foster and adoption among Christian families. We have a ministry here at our own church that indeed fostering and adoption, and we're going to hopefully double down on that. So just a great week here at our church. We made some tremendous impact on the lives of 500 children, and I just think it's ironic that as we have taught these children made in the image of God that their lives are significant, today we had a win at the Supreme Court, and we thank God for that. Take care.